Yung closeness ko na yun, love, na gusto kong mag-share, mag-open up, huminga, dapat nagagawa ko lang sana yun sa asawa ko at hindi sa ibang tao.
Wala nang iba.
Wala nang iba. That's why it's important na pareho tayong maging intentional.
Small things matters. Hindi kailangan extravagant. Yung mga maliliit na bagay, yung mga daily commitments na ginagawa ng spouse natin, those are the things that we appreciate because hindi yon palaging nangyayari. Coming into the relationship, we really didn't know na meron tayong kailangan gawing role, kailangan pala natin mag-communicate ng ganito, paano ba tayo mag-resolve ng mga conflicts natin, and how we can affair-proof or protect our marriage. And yung unang-unang pinag-uusapan natin doon is there's a designer for marriage.
How can we make intimacy meaningful? How can we improve this in a marriage?
Because syempre, di ba, nagiging meaningful yun sa atin because we both feel valued. But before mo nga makuha yun, kailangan you are emotionally connected bago mo makuha si physical intimacy. No perfect marriages,
No filtered conversations,
just real life,
real faith,
and learning how to stay afloat. How they will start having that connection with their spouse.
Nice. Okay.
Number one is what?
For me, number one would be daily check-ins.
Daily check-ins.
So there are days that both of us love is maaga pa lang hindi na tayo magkasama. And this is something that's very recent. Ako kasi, ang ugali ko, hindi kasi ako, kunwari hindi tayo magkasama, love, but you brought this up with me kasi. Pag nasa taping ako, syempre I have to check the house, I have to check the kids, I have to check, anong kinain nyo for lunch, ganyan. But during the day, syempre yung focus ko is nandun sa mga things that I need to do. Second, ang thinking ko, love, I don't call you most of the time because I also think you're busy doing something else. So wala tayong masyadong tawag, usually text-text lang, minsan wala pa. And then one time, you brought it up with me that you told me na, love, pakiramdam ko kasi pag nasa taping ka, feeling mo na hindi kita iniisip. Feeling mo na I don't think about you, that nakakalimutan kita, and by doing that, you feel disconnected from me.
I'm not feeling it. I'm saying it.
Kaya nga.
Oh, yun nga. Kung
That's why
nasa
you-
taping ka, like, for hours and hours, kung hindi ako magte-text, hindi ka rin magte-text.
Yes. And I did not know na by not calling and texting, ay yun yung napapa-feel ko sa
Kasi may
kanya.
break ka naman, hindi naman buong 16, 18 hours
Nagtatrabaho, correct. So, when he voiced that out with me, I'm like, by doing that pala, he feels unloved. So, mula nun, mas naging intentional ako kapag break time. Hi, love. How are you? Kamusta ka? Do you have time to talk? Pagka lunch break, magkausap kami habang kumakain ako. And those are the moments na na-realize ko na ito pala yung needs niya for us to stay emotionally connected kahit hindi kami magkasama. So, daily check-ins. As simple as 5-10 minute call, 'di ba, love? How are you? Kamusta ka? Pag lunch break mo, marami kang oras, give your spouse a call if you're at work, 'di ba? Mga little things
Kamustahin
like
mo lang.
that. Yes. Kamusta ka today? Anong challenging sa morning mo? Mga stuff like that, love.
Okay, so number one is daily check-ins. Number two is ask meaningful questions.
Mhm.
Di ba? Parang maging intentional tayo sa pagtatanong. Kamusta ka? Oh, okay na. Tapos na yun. Hindi ganun. Ask meaningful, hey, how are you lately, love? Kamusta ka? Kamusta yung araw mo? How have you been feeling lately? Kamusta yung trabaho mo? How am I as a husband to you? Do you feel loved? Yung mga intentional questions na kailangan mong tanungin sa kanila, hindi yung general questions. Go deeper. Dig deep.
Mm.
Di ba?
Example, kunwari, kilalang-kilala niyo naman yung mga asawa niyo, 'di ba? Kunwari, pagka nakita niyong medyo down or tired yung itsura, parang, how are you, love? Bakit napansin ko na parang mukha kang pagod or parang you're not happy? Is there something you wanna share with me that you are going through? Anong nasa puso mo? I think that should be the guide question. What is in your heart at this point that you wanna share with me? Kunwari, like for me, in the first few months, love, homeschooling was really very challenging. Hindi ko pa sure how to navigate that. And you would ask me na parang, kamusta yung umaga nyo, love? Kamusta yung pag-aaral ng mga bata? And I would share with you, and I really appreciate if whenever you listen to me. Yun
Right.
yung parang na-appreciate ko kapag nakikinig ka talaga sa mga sinasabi ko. Because sometimes, gusto lang natin mag-share, not because we want a solution. It's just that you want to know na may nakikinig sa'yo at may nakakaintindi sa'yo.
Tama.
Another one is Ngayon kasi marami na tayong distractions, love, 'di ba?
Super.
So for us, for VJ and I, we intentionally do face-to-face or side-by-side. Yan ang tawag namin dyan. And we also learned this from our accountability group na importante pa na yun. So face-to-face is really going on a date. Magkasama kayo, magkaharap kayo. For sa amin, wala kaming gadget, walang cellphone, and we will really talk. And when we talk, we ask 3 questions. What are those questions, my love?
How have I hurt you? How can I improve? And will you forgive me?
Yan.
So ito yung mga pwede nilang ma-discuss while doing their face-to-face.
And the third question is hard. Yung will you forgive me?
Yeah.
So maybe you can start with the 2 questions first.
Pwede. It's
'Di ba? What's
pwede.
that, love?
How
How
have I hurt you?
how have I hurt you and
How can I improve?
how can I improve? And that really helped us a lot, love. When you're not emotionally attached to your spouse, ang feeling mo nun, hindi ka na in love. Ay, wala na yung pagmamahal. Parang I no longer feel so in love with my spouse. Baka hindi na talaga siya yung para sa akin. Kasi wala na yung fire na yun sa puso mo eh. And I think that's a common misconception in marriage kasi darating at darating talaga yung time na mawawala talaga yung fire na yun. But if we are not intentional in building and seeking emotional connection, then talagang mawawala yun to a point na wala, pareho na lang tayong gumive up at hinayaan na lang natin na mamatay yung pagmamahal na yun sa atin.
So again, going back to my question was, what are the repercussions kapag hindi ka na emotionally attached to your wife? And that's wife or a husband. And number 1 is what? Loneliness.
Loneliness.
Loneliness will creep in because you don't feel loved or you don't feel connected to your spouse. What happens is you will start talking to other people. You will start sharing intimate
Details about your life.
So, sinishare mo na ito sa mga tao dahil hindi ka makapag-open up sa iyong asawa, you will open up to other people. And that will lead to temptation. Why am I saying this? Is because, syempre, tendency ang kakausapin mo or may makakausap ka. Pwedeng lalaki, pwede ring babae. So what did I say temptation? Because kapag ikaw, kung mausap ka na at nag-share ka na ng details about your marriage or yung kung anong meron nga kayong pinagdadaanan ng wife mo, that will open temptation in your marriage.
Yes. Pwedeng at this point, hindi mo pa nare-realize that you are cracking a window open
Yep.
just by doing that. It can be something na kaibigan mo lang talaga. Alam mo, gusto mo lang talagang huminga na parang, tong asawa ko, palagi na lang akong inaaway. Lagi daw akong walang oras sa kanya. Grabe ako mag-overtime. Para sa kanila naman to. So, syempre, itong tatanggap naman ng, kunwari ikaw, hindi kita asawa, sa'yo ako nag-share. So, ngayon, ikaw naman, okay lang yan. And then, syempre, dahil ikaw yung nakakaunawa sa akin, feeling ko ngayon, emotionally secured ako sa'yo.
Yes,
Na
yun
hindi
yun.
ko nakukuha dun sa asawa ko.
Yun yun. And
Problema.
super problem yun.
Yes, super
That's why
problem.
it's very important na kailangan open ka. Kailangan open ka sa spouse mo. And sa amin, if I may share, no, we are in this accountability group. So, isa sa mga guidelines doon, ang sinasabi, never, ever talk to ano ba ang
To
tawag?
someone from the opposite sex.
From someone to the opposite sex. Never ever. Kung ako may problema, open ako dun sa lalaki. Kapag siya may problema, mag-open siya dun sa babae, hindi sa other...
Another man.
Yes.
Oo,
Not the
yes.
opposite sex.
Yes,
There you go.
yes.
Kasi magiging problema yon. Sabi nga ni Camille, di ba, nung una, sa una feeling mo wala, pero kapag naulit ng pangalawa, pangatlo, pang-apat, yan ang magiging problema.
Especially, love, if this person you open up to is someone you always see. Can be a coworker. Can be someone you always work with.
Or friend ng asawa mo.
Or, pwede rin. Kasi familiar ka na, di ba? So, pwedeng ganun eh. But your intentions might be good. But it can be dangerous. At eventually, pag lumalim pa yung relationship na yun, that's only meant to be for your husband. Yung closeness ko na yun, love, na gusto kong mag-share, mag-open up, huminga, dapat nagagawa ko lang sana yun sa asawa ko at hindi sa ibang tao.
Wala nang iba.
Wala nang iba. That's why it's important na pareho tayong maging intentional. Me, to listen if you have something to tell me, and vice versa. Hindi yung parang, kailangan ang pag-uusapan lang natin yung daily walks of life. It happens, love.
Grateful ako na you always forgive me every time that I accidentally hurt you in a different or in many ways. Simple things, big things, and that you forgive me every single day.
Wow. Thank you, love. Because that's deep. I think that's deep. That's deep to share. And it's something we both extend to each other every day. We extend grace. 'Di ba? Na parang minsan kasi tama yung sinabi mo, love, eh, not all the time 100% okay kay. May mga times talaga you're struggling and sometimes it shows in how you are every day. But yeah, you are the same with me. You also extend grace towards me every day and I'm thankful for that. So that's our number one, is to be able to choose something that we should all be grateful for. Our second is choose one strength or admirable trait to speak out daily. And this is something that, lately lang namin naging practice to ni Lovey, na parang every time he's out and he's at work, I would message him and I would tell him na, Love, sobra kong na-appreciate the things that you do for our family. I appreciate you working hard. I appreciate you having a lot of plans. Lahat ng yun, it really matters to me. And I want you to know that I am praying for you, that also God will open doors of opportunities na maging madali yung trabaho mo. So, it's not also something na natural for us in the beginning. Parang lately pa lang natin natututunang gawin yun sa isa't isa.
Yeah, I remember that. Iba-iba yung feeling ko when I read about it. Parang, oh, this is unusual and it feels good to read it. It boosts my morale and my whole being.
Yes. Yun nga yung sabi mo, para kang superhero na pag na-receive mo yun, feeling mo kahit ano, kaya mo nang gawin. What else can we do to see the good in our spouse? Ito, isa din to sa mga pinapractice ko lately. I really pray for you intentionally na hindi kailangan alam mo. So every time you leave the house, every time you're at work, tas maalala kita, pagpipray kita, minsan yung office mo madadaanan ko, tas bakante yun kasi wala ka doon. So lalapit lang ako doon, tas ipipray over ko lang na parang, Lord, i-bless mo tong lugar na to, i-bless mo si VJ pag nandito siya, na sana lahat ng quiet time niya, mas mag-grow pa siya in the knowledge of your word. Yung mga plano niya, mag-materialize, ipaisip niyo lang sa kanya yung mga bagay na gusto niyong mangyari sa kanya. And I intentionally pray for that in detail. And then you know what, love? It blesses me that whenever you come home from work and you share with me, Love, ito yung nangyari sa work today. Ito yung dami ng clients na meron ako today. And as you share that with me, I am reminded that because I
Because you
prayed
pray.
for you and because I continually pray for you, then maybe my prayer opens doors for the Lord to bless you all the more. So that's also something, love, na na-realize ko na there is really power in praying for your husband.
Oh, definitely.
I pray for temptation to be away from you. I pray for protection always, na gabayan ka niya. So yun, love, yung mga things na I used to take for granted before. Na akala ko hindi yun kailangan, pero importante.
Very nice. And our last point would be practice replacing complaints and change it to appreciation and encouragement. Dapat the more that we appreciate our spouse, how are we going to do that, husbands? Hey, Lovey, I appreciate you because you had time for me. I appreciate you because you had time for our children. Even if you are so busy, I appreciate you loving our family. I appreciate it. Doesn't have to be big, guys. Small things matters. Hindi kailangan extravagant. Yung mga maliliit na bagay, yung mga daily commitments na ginagawa ng spouse natin, those are the things that we appreciate because hindi yon palaging nangyayari. And we focus more on the negative. So again, practice changing our perspective to complaints and go to appreciation and gratitude.
Into the marriage, deep into the marriage, you realize we both have different needs pala. I, as a wife, yes, I want to feel loved. And the ways that I feel loved is when I know that you listen to me, when you affirm me, love, when you spend time with me, yung mga ways na yun, mga little things. And every time na napaparamdam mo sa akin na mahal mo ko, I thrive as a wife. Because I feel love. And with you, that's one thing that I had to learn. Na ang husbands pala natin need respect to be able to thrive. And what does respect look like in a marriage? For me, respect, love is parang yung sa lahat ng panahon, I should always regard you. It's kung paano ako manalita, sa tono ng boses ko, how I treat you. As a wife, how I serve you, how I make things ready for you. And a part of that is really service. Second, love is supporting you. We spoke about how I pray for you and all your decisions. Kasi love, na-realize ko, yun pala yung role ko talaga. My role is just to really support you when sometimes I tell you kapag feeling ko, kumbaga, I tell you my thoughts. But at the end of the day, ikaw naman din yung mag-iisip at magde-decide kung anong gusto mong gawin doon. But parang for me, I will not push it or I will not hindi ko na ipipilit yun.
Do you grumble sometimes when you feel like ako yung nagde-decide and you are not agreeing with my decision? How do you feel in those moments na I make decisions, I consulted you, we talked about it, and when I'm about to drop the decision, how do you feel if it's not going your way?
Ako, love, yung mga questions kasi sa heart ko na parang for me, love, syempre kapag tamang-tama yung desisyon, of course, full support, but sometimes there's certain convictions. But now, how I do it, I just pray for you. I no longer tell you or dapat ganito, dapat ganyan, mali ka. Parang I don't think I would ever said that. Like in this span of marriage that we've had, never naman kitang sinisi for wrong decisions, love, diba?
No.
Yes, and
Never.
because, I
Never.
feel like it's something na hindi mo rin naman ginustong gawin. Alam mo yun, I always come from that you have good intentions for our family. Sometimes things just go wrong. And I don't have to say, I told you so, no, ano ka ba naman, ba't mo ginawa yan? Parang feeling ko those are the times na pwede kitang ma-disrespect. But I also did not realize that there were certain things na I was disrespecting you for. Things like, pag sinabi mo yung ganitong oras, I have to be ready. Kapag hindi pala yung nasusunod, you feel disrespected. So things like that, you had to communicate with me. So yun, love. So parang for me, that's what respect looks like. That I should always hold you in high regard even when things are hard. Alam mo yun, hindi kita dapat pagsalitaan ng mali, or if ever I do, I should also apologize for that. I mean, owning for our own mistakes as well.
So you don't grumble?
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean I don't grumble?
Kapag I need to make a decision and I made a decision already, and then if that
Wala
decision...
naman akong magagawa
Wala naman.
kahit mag-grumble
Do you
ako eh.
grumble?
Hindi.
No, you don't
No.
grumble. Yan lang naman yung tanong ko. Yes or no lang tayo.
Paulit-ulit. Parang may gusto kong sabihin.
Wala.
Basta ako, love. Parang now, I am in that season of our marriage that I have learned to let go of things. Kailangan maisip yun na there are just a lot of things that I cannot control. Yun lang. And as a wives, sometimes kasi we tend to push to be honest, feeling ko naman most of the time, wives mean well. And they have a
Of course,
point. But
yes.
how they say it sometimes come off as disrespectful. And that's when things start to go chaotic.
You mean probably yung tone of voice,
Yes,
iba, or yung sound niya, yung nangsisisi, or the
Yes.
word, I told you so. Those are the
Yes.
things na hindi dapat natin sabihin because that will trigger us and that will lead into a conflict.
Yes. Alam mo, and there are just things that you cannot control. Ako, yun lang yung learning ko dun, love. So parang for me, I am slowly learning also to surrender it to God. Lord, this is you. And then, the moment I do that, I now have peace in my heart. Then I can move on. Kasi nawala na sa utak ko yung wanting the need to change you, to control you, and by doing that, I am definitely disrespecting you. So yun.
Very nice, my love. It's also nice to really understand ano ba talaga yung marriage. Kasi, di ba tayo nga coming into the relationship, we really didn't know na meron tayong kailangan gawing role.
Yeah.
Ako, this is for us.
Yes.
Meron pala tayong kailangan gawing roles. Kailangan pala natin mag-communicate ng ganito. Paano ba tayo mag-resolve ng mga conflicts natin? And how we can affair-proof or protect our marriage. And yung unang-unang pinag-uusapan natin doon is there's a designer for marriage. So, ang dami lang learnings. Ang ganda lang, it's nice to hear and learn new things, di ba? Hindi naman tayo dapat lang mahinto sa mga dapat nating malaman or matutunan.
Tsaka love, diba, coming into the marriage, wala naman masyadong manual kung paano ba i-navigate ang marriage. Wala namang nagtuturo sa atin based on, of course, what we see from people. What has been modeled to us. One is, of course, what we see from our parents, diba? Kung anong nakita nating mabuti sa kanila, syempre yun lang din yung gusto natin within our marriages. And the things that we think we didn't like or we think na parang hindi ata okay yun yun din yung mga iiwasan natin gawin sa marriages natin. But wala naman talagang blueprint ang marriage na okay, this is how you're gonna do it. This is what you should do coming into the marriage. Wala. Para tayong kanya-kanyang diskarte. What works for us.
Mhm.
And the first time we attended the marriage retreat was back in 2022. Do you remember, love?
Oo naman, yes.
Ang dami rin palang mga bagay na mali na ginagawa natin in our marriage that slowly builds resentment, bitterness, and hurt na kapag pala tumagal pa na ganun, mauuwi talaga sa malaking problema. Yun yung mga realizations ko nung time na yun.
Mhm.
Ikaw, love?
Ano yung mga realizations ko?
Yeah.
Madami. And siguro yung share ko is yung how do you protect your marriage?
Okay.
Kasi di ba, we learned, all of us are inevitable of temptations.
Yes.
Even
Correct.
if we are walking closely with the Lord,
Yeah.
inaccept mo man siya as your personal Lord and Savior,
Mm-hmm.
you're walking with Him every single day, you are not exempted to the temptations of this world.
Agree.
Again, you are just human. Tao lang tayo and we fall short. Siguro one of those is how you protect your marriage. So, I learned also, especially kung ito yung temptation mo, ito yung kryptonite mo.
Mm-hmm.
Halimbawa, let's say, just say lang
Sample lang.
example lang to. Let's say, meron kang temptation when it comes to your opposite sex.
Okay. Diretsuhin natin. Women. For
Women.
men. Women.
Okay, for men, ang kryptonite mo pala is women.
Mm-hmm.
Ngayon, hindi mo pala pwedeng, even if you are married, na, oh, okay na yan, mahal kita, alam ko na yan, ginagawa ko, I know what I'm doing. Pero hindi pala. Kumbaga parang you have to protect your marriage that you cannot be with the opposite sex ng kayong dalawa lang, especially in the car.
In the car, in the same room.
Same room, same car, you cannot disciple or you cannot disciple other opposite sex. Kasi, lalo na kung yun yung temptation mo, kumbaga parang you are playing with fire.
Agree.
Alam mo nang yun yung temptation mo, tas ginawa mo pa. You
Yeah.
have to protect your marriage kasi nga hindi naman tayo exempted sa mga temptations of this world.
Tama.
And,
Even if you think, ay hindi, never mangyayari sa akin yan.
oh,
Never akong madadapa pagdating sa ganyan. Kilala ko yung sarili ko.
Yeah.
Yan.
hindi pwede.
You know, sometimes the enemy, doon minsan tayo nadadali when we are very confident about ourselves and then the next thing you know, di ba, parang, uy, paano ako nakarating dito? Di ba, love?
So, kumbaga parang, hindi ka pwede maglaro dun sa tuktok ng building at malalaglag ka. Hindi ka pwedeng maglaro-laro dun because eventually you will fall.
Wow.
Don't play kung alam mong may danger dun.
Alanganin.
Alanganin.
Ako, I agree with those principles because kailangan may protection eh. Hindi pwedeng free for all kasi mahirap din yung ganun. Parang, of course, trust will always be there. Ando naman yung tiwala. Pero, yung tiwala kasi comes also with caution na alam mong iniingatan mo rin yung tiwalang binibigay sa'yo. Diba?
Yep.
For me, yung isa pa, sa mga nag-impact sa akin na love, yung mga testimonies. Yung mga pinagdaanan ng mga mag-aasawa. And as they apply those biblical principles, paano nila nalagpasan yung mga mahihirap na mga struggles at challenges sa buhay mag-asawa na parang kaya pa pala yun. May pag-asa pa pala yung mga ganon. In the outside world, yung mga ganong pagkakataon o yung mga ganong pangyayari, parang tapos na yung love eh. There's no second chances para sa mga ganong pagkakamali. How can we make intimacy meaningful? How can we improve this in a marriage?
Because syempre, di ba, nagiging meaningful yun sa atin because we both feel valued.
Yes.
Unang-una. Pangalawa is no guilt. Pwede mong gawin yun anytime with your spouse. It's guilt-free.
Yes.
So yun lang yung beauty kasi, yun yung beauty ng intimacy when it comes to marriage. And wala ring pressure doon. Di ba? Walang pressure doon. So, it is freely given to you. But before mo nga makuha yun, kailangan you are emotionally connected bago mo makuha si physical intimacy.
Correct. Also, both of you should feel safe. Ang hirap kaya to be able to pair yourself to someone na hindi ka naman safe o hindi mo nararamdaman na safe ka sa kanya. Physically, emotionally. Of course, another thing, love, is that you need to feel desired. Kailangan naman maramdaman mo na gusto ka nung asawa mo. And di ba, love, parang feeling ko kasi in a marriage, minsan darating kasi yung point na hindi mo na naa-appreciate yun about your spouse. Feeling mo, alam niya na yan, gets niya na yan. Pero it's nice to always hear na, uy, love, ang ganda-ganda mo ngayon. I like how you look. Or, love, ang pogi. Alam mo yun, parang just appreciate each other and let someone know that you desire each other. It's important to be able to verbalize that para sa akin. Kasi pag alam mo, uy, kaakit-akit pa pala ako sa asawa ko. So parang iba din yung energy na nabibigay nun sa'yo, di ba? When you feel that you are desired.
Hindi lang yan, love, no? Syempre, you also need to help your spouse or your wife sa mga household chores. Kailangan
Yes.
magpa-good shot muna tayo. Kumbaga,
Yun.
sinimulan mo sa umaga, nilambing
Mm.
mo, niyakap mo, kinikiss mo, you are showing or you are giving words of appreciation. And
Yes.
also, kailangan magpa-good shot ka rin sa bahay. Hindi pwedeng ginagawa mo lang utusan yung wife.
Yes. You
We
know,
also have to help them para mag-good shot. Kasi meron kang plano sa gabi.
totoo yun. At saka alam mo, love, that's good that you said that, because most men think na parang it's all the wife's responsibility, all the household chores. But when we see or when we feel na yung asawa mo nagsistep up na para gumaan yung burden mo as the leader of the home, you automatically become soft. I think lately, di ba, parang yun yung mga naririnig ko about women, na parang we all desire to be soft. Hindi naman gusto ng mga babaeng maging matigas at maging powerful na kaya ko lahat, kaya ko 'to gawin lahat, hindi ko kailangan ng tulong nino man. We don't desire that. But just because sometimes we feel na parang, wala akong choice, kailangan ko 'tong gawin eh. But if men and husbands would really step up and take away most of those burdens sa wives nila, babalik yung pagiging soft, pagiging gentle, yung the desire to want, yung feeling namin mga damsel in distress kami, kailangan namin ng superhero na magre-rescue sa'min. Gano'n, love. And when you are able to make your wife feel that, then you will also feel na mas mag-i-improve yung intimacy niyo. Hindi na siya nagiging matigas. Kasi ano yung love, parang survival instinct ng babae.
Marriage, parenting, and life don't come with a manual.
But conversations like these make the journey a little lighter.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time,
Keep staying afloat!